Hello everyone. Well, I haven't given the mainstream media a piece of my mind in quite some time, and I think it's well overdue, don't you? In particular, I want to concentrate on Talk TV and maybe even GB News as well. Now, we all know we've reached a point in our history where we've just got no faith whatsoever in the news services we're provided anymore, do we? That's why people like me do so well, because you just want normal people, you want normal interaction, and all the mainstream does and all the mainstream appears to do is influence public opinion, or they do their best to paint a picture of something which isn't necessarily true. Now, I want to turn to Talk TV first of all, particularly Julia Hartley-Brewer. She had an interview with Benhabib. We all know who Benhabib is, the deputy leader of the Reform Party. And they were talking about a great number of subjects, and they got onto, well, the dicey one, immigration, particularly the illegal trafficking of individuals across the English Channel into this country and then off to God knows where. Now, there is a narrative spreading round social media at the moment that Benhabib said, oh, we'll just let them drown. If they don't turn round and go back to France, we'll let them drown in the middle of the channel. All of the lefties have got hold of this and they're absolutely going bananas about it. Now, if you actually look at the interview and look at the contents of the interview, he wasn't allowed to speak, basically. There's a clip revolving around this particular, we'll call it an accusation because that's what it is. And he was pressured. Every time he opened his mouth, it was like, and she turned around and said, so what you're saying is Reform UK will let these people drown in the middle of the channel? Yes, Julia, but what you... So the word at the beginning, yes, has been stomped on as agreement with that statement. So it wasn't Benhabib that said it at all. What it is, it's a TV station or news station, Talk TV, if you call them a news station, who have twisted and manoeuvred the narrative to make the deputy leader of a political party that's a threat to the establishment look like a bit of a div. And it's just spread. I think Matthew Stadden has made a comment and got in an argument with Benhabib, who called him an idiot. I wonder why. But there you go. It's just media manipulation. If you actually look at the interview and hear what he said, it bears no resemblance to what he's being accused of. The other one I want to look at as well briefly is Tommy Robinson. Now, Tommy Robinson to the establishment is, well, a bit of a pariah, isn't he? He goes to places where no one else will. He says things that no one else will and doesn't give a shit about the consequences as long as he gets the message out, you know, the welfare of certain groups, the protection of what's going on in our streets and everything else. He does it. And because of this, the establishment want to ruin him. The establishment want to take his life away. And we know recently that this court case involving the Met Police fell apart. And the reason was it was the actions of the Met Police. And the whole thing just disintegrated. They were made to look like a bunch of muppets in front of everybody. Well, if it went the other way, you can bet your bottom dollar that this would be all over the news, every single news station. And I mentioned GB News specifically because Tommy did a tweet and he said, come on, GB News, why won't you talk about the result of my court case? Why won't you, you know? And it just proves it. Yeah, if he was found guilty of any misgiving, if there was any drama or controversy to be had, which in turn would manipulate public opinion in the favour of the establishment and not Tommy, then it'd be certainly a different story. I get it wrong every single time they do this, because we live in a world now where we've got social media, we've got YouTube, we've got other avenues of investigation where we want to find out the truth about things, and we find them. And inevitably, the mainstream media gets well and truly discredited time and time and time again. When are they going to learn tell the bloody truth and include everything. Anyway, that's my little piece. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button because it helps the algorithm spread the channel around. Subscribe to the channel, and if you've got social media, I wouldn't mind you sharing me. And as always, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.